Hello and welcome to FidelityNext, our webcast that helps take students to the next level in their careers. I'm your host, Tamara Radachai. Our student program is something we're really proud of, offered in 3 terms throughout the year and constantly growing and evolving. During each term, we sit down with students currently enrolled and get their thoughts and insights into what their experience looks like. Today we're here with Nathalia Lewis from our Toronto office and Lora Noubarian from our Montreal office. Nathalia, welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
And Lora, welcome, tuning in from Montreal.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's get into it. Nathalia, we'll start with you since you're here sitting next to me.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what your journey to Fidelity looked like from, like what you took in school to how you got here?
Yeah, so I'm currently a student at Toronto Metropolitan University, formerly Ryerson, and currently in my 5th year in the co-op program. So I've actually done a few co-ops previous to this in professional services, banking, the public service. And I guess my goal coming into Fidelity was just to familiarize myself with all of the areas in human resources. So when I saw the talent acquisition role, I just thought it'd be a perfect fit for me, and I applied. Here I am.
Cool. So what do you do on the talent acquisition team?
Yeah, so I basically support the recruitment process. So I'm in a team of around 18 people. There's recruiters and coordinators. And basically that includes providing a lot of the forms, doing the internal reference checks for professionals within Fidelity with managers. It includes a lot of, I would say, sourcing data, creating certain sheets. Careers at Fidelity is one of the emails that I work on, so that takes up a lot of my time as well.
Cool. And for those who don't know, that's internal email that we get weekly, just highlighting all the different opportunities that we have at Fidelity.
Yeah.
Laura, what did your journey to Fidelity look like?
Well, I'm a second-year student in finance at Concordia University, John Wilson School of Business in Montreal. I'm in the co-op program, and this is my first co-op internship. So previously I did work in banking, so I have some experience in that, and I do also have experience in client services. So I do think that definitely helped me out selling myself for the role I am currently in. As for my previous knowledge of Fidelity, I did know about the company, but I really got the chance to learn about the student program at a career fair hosted at my school. So I spoke to the representative at Fidelity, and they really sold me on it. So I applied, and here I am.
Great. And what do you do at Fidelity? What team do you work with?
So I'm in transfer agent processing. We report to client services. On a day-to-day, I process advisor requests. So this ranges from opening accounts such as TFSAs, FHSAs, non-registered accounts, RRSPs, doing financial and non-financial modifications, just making sure that client accounts are in order. So yeah, that's basically what I do.
And being in Montreal, do you work in French, English, a little bit of both?
I mainly do French, so I'm a bilingual rep. So I do process French and English, but my priority is really more on French work items.
Cool. Nathalia, back to you. What's an example of a project that you worked on your team?
That's a really great question. I would say, I know I mentioned careers at Fidelity, but I guess I can talk a bit more about that. So that's basically a weekly project that I partake in every single week. And that basically includes going on Workday, kind of sourcing all of the new roles that we have within the company and compiling a list of all of those jobs so that it's available to professionals in the firm. That also includes auditing as well of these posts, so making sure it's up to standard. You did speak a little bit about Montreal. So Bill 96 is one of the regulations we have to follow if the posting is in Quebec. So that's also a bit about my role. And then also just communicating with recruiters as well to make sure that they're meeting those standards too.
Really cool. Yeah, I know we're really all about career vitality and, giving people the chance to grow internally. So it's nice that they get to take a look at that every chance they get. Laura, what's something that stands out to you that you worked on in your experience?
Yeah, so for me, when I joined the team, the RESP team, which is the Registered Education Savings Plan team, it's a specialized team. They were dealing with a lot of backlog. So myself and the other intern in my department, we were helping out in labeling high priority items. So just making sure that transactions were done on time to avoid potential losses for Fidelity. And recently, that department reached a zero backlog goal, which was really rewarding. So being interns, that we participated in that success. So that was really nice.
Really cool. Love to hear that. All right. So the next question I want to ask you both is what a day in your life in your respective office looks like. But we did a one-up to that, and you both actually recorded videos of what a day in your life looks like. So Nathalia, we'll start with Toronto, and we'll show yours. Let's take a look.
Hey guys, my name is Nathalia. Come spend the day with me as a talent acquisition co-op student at Fidelity. First things first, grab my matcha from Cafe Fidelity. I then went over and said hi to the team. Every morning I have to do a to-do list just so that I know what's top of mind, what needs to get done. I then went over to our career site just to review a few of our postings and get them validated for our reporting. For lunch, we had an end of RSP season celebration, so we got to enjoy a catered lunch together. Right after lunch, I met with a few managers to go over some internal references, reviewed those and sent them off to the recruiters. Then, just before the end of the day, I went over my inbox just to make sure all of the requests were complete, and I sent off a few forms to candidates. Thanks for spending the day with me.
Really love to see that. It's so interesting when we see, different people who go to the same office, and then, their days can look entirely different, and, both within the work they do and like also where they go in the office. So it's nice to see something different. Yeah. Now over to Lora and a day in the life in Montreal. Let's take a look.
Hi, my name is Lora, and welcome to a day in my life as a transfer agent processing intern at Fidelity Canada in Montreal. So I do live outside of the city, and so my commute is around 30 minutes by metro. I usually arrive at the office around 8:15. I immediately put my bag down and head to the kitchen. I make myself a tea and walk back to my desk, and now I'm ready to get my day started. So here I was processing some advisor requests. I did this for a couple hours, and then it was time for lunch. Today we were having salads and sandwiches. I ate with the other interns, and then I went back to work. After work, we had an event to celebrate a successful RRSP season with the client services team. And that was my day.
Another fun day in the office in Montreal. All right, moving on. Nathalia, this is your first time at Fidelity, and you've mentioned you've done some other stuff in the past. So how was the experience at Fidelity different for you?
Yeah, so I would start by saying the team has been amazing at Fidelity. From day one, I felt like I was included. I like that the team is very intentional, and I've been able to also participate in side of desk work as well. So I'm a part of the Aspire ERG and then also the Women's Leadership Group. So I like that I've been able to work within the team, but then also do work on the side. Like that's given me the opportunity to connect with others at the firm, learn a bit about what other people are doing at the firm as well. And yeah, it's just been a great opportunity overall.
Great. And Lora, how has Fidelity been unique in your experience?
For me, what I think is really unique to Fidelity is all the workshops we have. We do learn a lot about networking, how to present yourself, what to write in your CV. So all these extra workshops help us develop our soft skills, which I think is really interesting. But also something I've noticed at Fidelity during my time here is that they do really promote the culture of promoting from within. So they do believe in their employees. They like to invest in them. And the growth factor that you get when you work here is really interesting, I find.
Love it. Nathalia, what is something that you love about what you've learned at Fidelity?
Mm-hmm. I love how diverse it is. I love how open the people are as well. I feel like any question that I have, I can ask anyone, and they're willing to offer support. They're willing to allow me to shadow or whatever that may be. So I would just say I like the amount of opportunities that are here. I like the ability that I have in terms of learning. There are a lot of student sessions, and I've been given this opportunity to learn about myself in doing that as well. So I'd say that's something that I like about Fidelity. It's very diverse in terms of opportunities and growth opportunities as well.
You mentioned learning. What's something that you learned either about yourself or about the industry or just in general? What's a learning takeaway?
That's an excellent question. I'd probably say communication presentation skills. That was one of the workshops that we had to do. And for me, I think I'm a great presenter, but I think that definitely gave me a boost in terms of like my confidence with presenting. So I'd say that was one of my takeaways here.
You definitely do present very well,
Thank
I
you.
must say. Lora, what's something that you love about your role?
I do love how different it is, the day to day. I mean, sometimes I have to do call outs to advisors to get potential extra documentation. I do get the chance to participate in different projects that we have to help out with the team, just the overall operations. Another thing I do love about Fidelity as a whole is how learning is encouraged. So just to add on to what Nathalia was saying, I did also get the opportunity to shadow, which was really promoted by my manager. So I shadowed a couple departments and I kind of got a feel of what it is to work in that role. So if I were to come back in the future, I would have an idea of what that intern in that position would do. So I thought that was really interesting.
Anything else to add as far as learning goes?
Well, something I learned about myself is, I mean, I feel like I'm way more capable than I thought. So I'm leaving here feeling way more confident in my abilities. I know more about the mutual fund industry and about the post-grad opportunities and what they look like.
What a great feeling to walk away with. Nathalia, back to you. What's a piece of advice that you would give to other students who are currently enrolled or looking at co-ops or even post-grad opportunities?
I definitely tell them to consider the opportunities that come their way. Don't be too picky in what you want to do. I would say not to choose anything, but definitely like if an opportunity comes up that you maybe thought you wouldn't have chosen a few years ago, go with it because you never know. You might learn something new. Even if the role isn't for you, you might learn something else within the company. You just never know what will come your way. So talk to everyone, even if you might not be interested in what they're learning. Talk to everyone, learn about everything. And if an opportunity comes your way, take it.
Yeah, you really never know, and you never know what
Exactly.
you'll discover about yourself, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Lora, what's a piece of advice that you have to students?
I'd say be curious, don't be shy, ask questions. And if you're starting your role at Fidelity as an intern, don't be scared to reach out to other interns. So you can learn a lot from the interns, and it's also easier to speak to someone in your position than maybe someone who's more senior. Another thing is if you're looking to apply to Fidelity, something I'd recommend is to reach out to your campus ambassador. So they were also a student in your position once, so they could kind of give you some insights on how the application process works here at Fidelity.
Amazing. And final question, Nathalia, as you kind of finish out your work term, what's next for you? What's the goal that you have?
Yeah, definitely taking a break because school was a very long journey. I'm continuing to learn more about myself and the opportunities that I want to take in the future. I'd say most likely probably stay in HR and kind of just learn about other areas as well, but not really set in stone yet. So it's a work in progress.
Great,
Really.
keep the road open, right?
Exactly, yeah.
And Lora, what's next for you?
For me, this was my first co-op internship, so I'm looking to learn more about the finance industry. So I haven't really determined what I want to concentrate my efforts in. But I'm excited. I want to learn more. I want to try new things. So that's kind of what my goal is going forward.
Great frame of mind to be in. Love to hear it. Thank you both so much for being here today. It's been an absolute pleasure chatting with you and learning about you. And thanks so much to everyone who tuned in today. We hope you're feeling inspired to be on the lookout for upcoming student opportunities. Our next student recruitment period will be in mid-May for the fall term, so stay tuned for that so you can send in your application. If you want to rewatch the show or share with those who missed it, you can find it on Fidelity Canada's YouTube page under the FidelityNext playlist. As always, it's been an absolute pleasure being your host, and we'll see you on the next episode.